Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Alia. I'm here to explain to you all the rules about how to YouTube and do a podcast and recordings. There's a lot to learn and a lot to do. You're going to need to understand all the simple steps, all the simple things that you need to do. Now, for starters,
Dan, this is Matt.
You're
This
going
is
to
Nerd
highlight
Dunk.
the thing. You're going to go play. So if you've got all that down, you can go ahead and start playing the game now.
Matt doing a little rendition of Alia there.
I am Alia. Am I pretty? Yes.
So we're going to do in the second half, finally, of Mega Man X, Success Divided by Failure, Part
0.
0.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm Zero. I can't do the voice. Sorry.
They're all bad voices.
Yeah.
So we left off on Mega Man X4 last time.
We did.
Which we both loved.
X4's pretty good.
But,
I think 1 through 3, powerful. 3, 4, not half bad.
A good foray into the PS1.
It was.
A little bit of that better graphics and everything. But today we're going to talk about X5 through X8. The other 4, we're going to omit X Command Mission because that's not even the same type of game.
This is core titles, no spin-offs.
Yeah. So what did you think of 5?
5 is a direct sequel to Mega Man X4 and the ones that came before it. And it's important to note...
Alia off. Can I get the...
So, you know, I realize this is kind of meant to be like an ending. A swan song. It's meant to close the door so we can move out of it.
The director of the game intended this to be the last Mega Man X game.
But was it?
No, it wasn't.
Because Return of the Jedi was supposed to end the
Star
Star
that was
Wars
what's supposed
saga.
to happen, though. But, that was not to be. So,
it was not.
So, yeah, X5, beginning of the end, I think, for the Mega Man X series.
Terrible? I mean...
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not terrible.
But you got to play, so you got to play as you got to choose the beginning as Mega Man X or as 0, just like in 4.
Can't go wrong.
You can eventually lose playing as 0 in the game towards the end, though.
So, the mechanics are there. Zero's a badass. I think everyone agrees with that. Mega Man X is actually pretty much a badass too. It's just that when you get 0 on the scene, you're like, I feel like it's a harder gameplay because his control style, the way he's oriented with the enemies it's a lot more like up close and personal, I think. But that actually makes it's like a whole other challenge. The replayability of the game, good.
Yeah, well, yeah, the replayability, especially because there's 3 different endings to the game. There's a couple different choices you can do in it. You have to collect all those parts for the what's it called, the Enigma cannon.
Yeah.
And then for the shuttle as well.
Yeah, and then there's one where
to take down the Eurasia. That's about the space colony. It's about the crash into the Earth that they're trying to stop.
Yeah, I think there was one where Mario Van Peebles does get eaten by the shark and dies, and the other one where he actually survived and he's in the water floating after the shark roared and got impaled and exploded by a yacht.
No, Mega Man X, not Jaws 4.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just
not Jaws the Revenge.
I'm just having flashbacks. No, yeah,
it's totally. But you can collect all those parts to stop Eurasia by either using the cannon or 0 piloting the shovel, and it's completely random. You gathering all the parts doesn't matter in the game.
Well, isn't it like when you fire it, it's like a 32% chance success or something?
No, it's random. It's just random.
Because I thought there was like maybe I read this wrong because I actually did an experiment with this. That if there's certain like easy modes where it will work. Like, it will work. I could be wrong about that. Comments.
No, you could be right. Yeah. Give us some comments
Commenters
about that. But this game came out in February 2001 in North America. Came out a little earlier in Japan, but...
21 years ago.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I know.
Man, I feel old.
I feel old. I'm now 38, and...
It came out with the PlayStation 2 was already, out, so...
And beautiful and amazing.
This is for the PS1, Mega Man X5.
Still not a bad title on the PS1, though.
No, it wasn't a bad game at all.
No.
But
it was supposed to be the end.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the end. And you got... Sigma. We talked about this before.
Back. I know. Spoiler warning.
I think we both felt that Mega Man X3, a good trilogy, should be where Sigma ended.
Well, I feel like Trilogy is, despite its overuse, like with, cinema and stuff, Trilogy is a good formula to go by. I mean, you can tell a complete story and arc for growth, development, and potential, and that includes for the villains and the heroes. So, ending it Sigma there, and then some other element developing in the future would have been great. I mean, there's a lot of possibility in the Mega Man world. Like, it's all like hyper futuristic. Yeah. There's so much to pull from. There's a lot of story arcs you could have developed from that. But Capcom, I don't know why you love Sigma so much. I mean, it's cool, I guess.
Over and over.
Really again. Love Sigma.
Well, so yeah, we see 5. Do we both see 5 as the beginning of the downfall era?
I'd say that was
we're in agreement.
A good way to look at that. It's kind of the beginning of where things might start to go wrong, possibly.
Yeah. So it was supposed to end 5, which would have been a good send off.
I think so.
But
it would have been a good close.
They made a Mega Man X6 afterwards. Not that far afterward.
Mega Man X6 is a direct sequel to Mega Man X5.
Given the facts on it.
I'm trying to remember. So, for the record, I apologize. I have kind of cluster played these games to catch myself up from many years back.
It's fine. They're not memorable.
With me. 6 was not as memorable to me.
6 was
the voice acting.
Yeah,
sorry, I gotta stop going back.
Well, in 6 they used the Japanese voice actors, even the American version.
I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Yeah, because they kept the Japanese voice actors in the game, and then they had English subtitles under it.
They should have stuck with that pattern then.
Well, so the voice acting is not actually that bad. It might be bad in Japan. I don't know, but
I don't think they ever really do bad, man.
No, but it's this one's so you had this is December 2001 where this one came out.
We're all trying to remember X6.
This one came out in December of 2001 in North America on the PlayStation 1 again after the PlayStation 2 is already out. So it didn't sell well. It had very, very mixed reviews because people found this game to be just difficult and not a challenging way, just difficult.
Unnecessarily
arbitrarily
challenging with poor design choices. And maybe the PS1 choice was for nostalgia. Like, I don't know, we've kept on this, we can't go to a new one. But again, that doesn't make a lot of sense because the 2 was hot. Like, let's go to the new platform. Or maybe the developers were like, this game isn't good, don't give it the budget. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, you get, so the game starts off with, every Mega Man X game has the beginning level,
Well, yeah, of course. You have to have a prologue, then a story, and then a conclusion. Yeah. I mean,
it's the beginning level where you're just going through to this easy boss. It's like the game, so you can learn the game mechanics and everything. Every X does that.
Yeah, the shark came to the Bahamas to hunt the Brody family.
Enough about Jaws 4. I'm just playing. No. But it's you start off with this armor on, and it's called the Falcon Armor.
I think it was the Falcon. Was it Falcon X or was it blue?
No, there's Falcon Armor there, but you start off with it in the beginning, and then once you get to the character select screen where you get to choose your Maverick or your Mavericks.
Yeah, the Mavericks are generally
you can choose the Falcon or just be regular X in it.
Right.
And it's a little confusing because you don't know if you didn't pay attention, you don't know what Falcon means, so you think it's a new character. That's what it confused me first. So I didn't choose it the first time.
That's again, it's not good design if it's not giving you a good insight into what you're doing. And it's cool if you can start out like, all right, we're going into battle prepared. That's a great idea because it's like, how do we scale up from here? The game better not do something that puts me down to base level. It wouldn't dare do that.
It wouldn't dare do that.
But here we are.
Yeah. So this game takes place. This is what is weird if you're like into the canon of the whole Mega Man universe.
Canon's an interesting word.
When these when X6 takes place, since X5 was supposed to be the last one, X6 takes place, I think, during the Zero game, Mega Man Zero games. So it doesn't canonically match up.
That helps. I didn't realize that.
So they had to revive Zero in this game. In the beginning of it, they find the guy, what's his name, Gate. The character Gate finds the Zero chip. He doesn't know what he's found yet. And then in the cinematic, little thing he's doing. He goes mad because he created something, and then the game starts.
Then the shark can roar.
What he created was an annoying level of difficulty known as the Nightmare in this game.
And that's another thing. I didn't mean to cut you off. Zero is awesome as he can be. At least Mega Man doesn't keep getting blown up. I'll be honest, X, in terms of survivability, is winning the complete high score here.
100%.
He's not, if X dies, it's like we've lost X. Zero's like, I might blow up sometimes. I have a spontaneous combustion issue. I'm a Chevrolet. And then Hex is over here like, well, I'm not going to blow up because you won't be able to revive me, even though I'm a main character. That's why he can't blow up. Even from Boba Fett, Sigma has literally been destroyed more than half a dozen times.
Yeah. Boba Fett.
I mean, Vile.
Zero dies in the first one.
He does.
You get him back in the second. He's kind of playable in the third. Fully playable in the fourth. And then he dies again in
They
five.
never want to commit to Zero. Like, just... I mean, in Mega Man X. Like, they don't want to commit to Zero for some reason. Like, we want people to earn him, and he'll be worth it. And he's cool. But the game is a lot less frustrating if you just stick with X.
Yeah. So they bring him back in 6. He's the Zero Nightmare. This guy Gate creates the Nightmare. They're these little robots. They kind of look like I don't know, kind of like octopusy kind of arms and
everything
and
is Sigma to me at this point.
And they just harass you through every level. There's a bunch of them. You have to save these little. You have to save your fellow Reploids in this game, and they say, "Help me in there." And if one reaches it, then they turn into one. And they're everywhere on the screen, but you can't pass through walls, obviously, right? You can't shoot through walls.
You're not supposed to.
But the Nightmares actually can. They can just go through walls and stuff. So there's just an arbitrary difficulty on an already bad level design as it is. And
we're going to nickname it the Economy.
The Economy. It's just an annoying mechanic that they introduced into the game, whatever.
We're going to nickname it the Economy pre-2020.
Pre-2020.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it runs.
So, you can probably guess who the bad guy is in this game.
Well, I'm gonna take a shot at this.
Who's the main villain?
Since the shark can now roar,
no,
it might be Sigma.
It is Sigma.
Oh he's back again. He came back again.
Oh my god!
I don't know how he's doing it. We have literally blown him up, wiped out his existence, and he's come back.
So it's Sigma again.
Yeah, voiced by Jesse Ventura. It's great that didn't happen. That would be kind of great though.
That'd be great.
Oh, you won't kill me, X.
But so yeah, they bring Sigma back.
End me, X. Sorry, I don't know if you can say the other word with you. I apologize.
This game also again from X5, they bring back 3 different endings, and
which can be a good idea. That can improve
replayability. Obviously,
like for sure.
But they could have done 2 or 4. It's Mega Man X gets so stuck. All the games get so stuck in this pattern. 8 Mavericks, main villain. Sometimes they have some side characters who are bad guys, like Bit and Bite, or like what were they called in 2? The X Hunters.
Oh, those are
yeah, the X Hunters.
The X Hunters, yeah, that's a cool idea.
And then in 4, they had the general or whoever, and then the sister if you're Zero.
Oh yeah.
And then I forgot the little yellow guy's name in 4, but he betrays you and he ends up being a bad guy.
The Minion.
The Minion. I can't remember his name.
No, I'm just teasing.
Double. That's his name. Double.
I'm ruining my own memory recall because I'm doing this to him and then it's doing it to myself and it's not helping. So I'll stop.
What?
Just trying to throw other words out there.
Oh. Yeah, but so I personally wouldn't recommend Mega Man 6 for anybody.
Yeah, if you're a big fan, go nuts.
If you have any type of
just like Jaws the Revenge.
If you have any type of anger at video games, you'll break a controller playing this game. I think, anyways.
Yeah, we're gonna make it tough just so people don't notice our level problems.
Yeah.
But then we're gonna move on to some other situation. If you had a problem with Mega Man X6.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about here on our little notepad here.
Were you done with X6? I mean, besides just playing it.
Done with it?
Talking about it.
Oh, do you have something else to add?
No, I just was making sure.
Oh, okay.
It's an angry enough game.
Yeah. I was getting angry just thinking about it.
I know.
If you didn't like X6.
If you didn't like... I can't even make jokes. I'm trying to. I don't need to make a joke. We can just introduce Mega Man X7.
Yeah.
I know that's harsh, but...
So there's been some bad, especially in the PS1 and 64 era, there was some bad attempts at making a franchise 3D. But
they wanted to do it.
Holy crap.
Mega Man X7 is a sequel to Mega Man X6. It's canonical.
Yeah, well,
if you wanted Mega Man X in a Mega Man X game, Mega Man X through Mega Man X6 were probably the games for you. Because Mega Man X is not in Mega Man X7 very much.
No, and they went 3D with this one, which did not work.
Your feet move faster than your character can move,
yeah,
and you also do it
weird.
frustratingly slowly.
But what's the worst thing that they did? The aiming.
There's this like auto lock system. Well, I don't know if it's auto lock, but it.
Well, you push R2 to change targets.
Yeah.
But none of it. Something about it. None of it feels natural.
No.
It doesn't feel smooth.
The movements, the control handling.
Yeah, just that first door in the introduction stage. You have to, when they turn red, you have to shoot it. But if you're slightly facing, like the door is directly in front of you, and you're slightly facing to the left or to the right, it won't lock on to there's 4. It won't lock onto these ones if you're facing a little bit over here, or you know what I mean. So it's annoying. I actually died trying to get through the door because every time you shoot the wrong way, it shoots back.
You know, if you go back and revisit Resident Evil 1 and you think to yourself, who would build a place like this? The mansion's booby-trapped,
right?
Confusing design and keys. There's actually some beautiful lore detailing how that works and why it actually makes a ton of sense. Now, we take the level design in Mega Man X7. That was just one example Dan here was explaining. And you think to yourself, who would build this? I don't even think the developers knew.
An asshole would build that.
I don't think anyone knew who would build it this way. There's a level where, and forgive me, I don't remember whose level it is, where they just decide, I think it's in 7, pretty sure it's in 7, they invert the, you're in a 3D level, they invert it, so you're like on the ceiling, and all the controls are basically backwards.
Right.
But it's unnecessary and doesn't work to the aptitude of what they were going for anyway. No, it does so not. It's just weird. You almost think the game's broken.
Yeah.
Which, believe me, it is.
Playing the game makes you think that everything's broken.
But we haven't addressed the not X elephant in the room.
What's that?
Axel is a new character.
Yeah. With a pistol.
Yes. Now, Axel can be kind of cool from a point of view. An interesting addition to the lore, to be honest. But you still need a good story to carry a good new character.
Well, he's part of the, what's it called? The Red Alliance or something?
I believe so, yes. They're meant to be good guys.
He's a defector from that.
Yep.
To come with and help aid Mega Man, or Zero. Because Mega Man has, in this story, he's retired from fighting.
Mega Man wants to kind of renounce violence. Yeah. I get it, it's noble.
Just like he did in the first one.
That's
true.
So
his character arc has not gone anywhere.
Well, no.
In 7 titles so far.
But we don't know the canonical development anyway. So maybe this takes place during the first one. I'm kidding. The first one's a great game.
Oh, yes.
The Armored Armadillo for life. No, but get myself off track.
No, Axel. He's got a pistol. He uses the auto lock feature more than anything.
Mm-hmm. You can hide in a corner and just beat your enemies.
But what's unimpressive about him is he's basically just Mega Man X.
Cloning ability of other powers. And
yeah, they try to change it up, but he's Mega Man X. And in the game, you can get Mega Man X halfway through, but when you get him, he's underpowered. Yeah. And you want to get rid of Axel, so you have to go back through the levels and everything and power up Mega Man X again.
I'm a fan of unlockables, and I'm a fan of working towards things in a game where it's like, okay, if we actually want to open up X as a playable character, you're going to go through the ringer to do it, and you will. But is it worth it? You know what? If you're a hardcore Mega Man fan, it is. You'll enjoy yourself, but the problem is the payoff. You know, it's not there.
It's not there.
Mega Man's awesome, but it's just like it's just not there.
And another thing about them going into the foray of 3D is that Zero's iconic Z saber
is not helpful.
It doesn't. The concept of having it 2D, that saber he has works great. Mm-hmm. But in the 3D world, you have to rush up to enemies. They're just shooting you the whole time. I mean, they did add the cool.
Wasn't it the glaive?
No, the Jedi effect where you can hit the lasers back and stuff at the enemies. I mean, that's cool. I mean, it works for the 3D
if
environment.
It worked on the platform itself.
Yeah.
Like.
But, and then also the most annoying thing you probably noticed in that game was that when you get hit, you fall backwards onto the ground and you sit there for a second.
No one would do that.
Well, I'm just saying that in all the Mega Man X's before that, you got hit and you went a little bit.
Yeah. You're a machine. You can take the beating. You get stunned, and they're trying to make them more human. But
so they fall on the ground on their back, and then they have to get back up. But what this does is it pushes you. So a lot of times you end up just going down a pit and dying.
When I get knocked down, I get up again. They're never going to keep me down.
I know, right? Not Mega Man X in this one. Not Zero or Axel gets back up again.
I'm appreciative of adding new characters and new lore, especially like with Axel. So I'll say a positive. I think personally it fits within the lore of Mega Man X pretty well. I think it's an interesting new corner and direction to explore. Like, hey, we're actually getting something kind of new. Like, that's pretty fascinating.
It's not all bad.
But then, again, the ability to actually explore it and develop it, I don't know if it was the developers just didn't care or if it just didn't have the time to be put together. Yeah. I don't know what happened with this game. But
I got a question for you. Who do you think the bad guy is in Mega Man X7?
Well, if it's not the shark, because that stopped at 4.
Right.
It would either be Eddie Murphy from Beverly Hills Cop.
Right.
But he wasn't a bad guy. No. So it has to be Sigma.
It's Sigma.
Yeah, man.
This Sigma fight in this game.
That's what I was ranting about earlier. My bad.
What?
Just some complaints about Sigma fights. I was actually thinking of this game. It's like burning in my brain.
Going back to the falling backwards after you get hit.
And then get up again.
The final battle with Sigma, you're on these platforms, and it's in 3D, and he punches you, and when you get hit, you fall backwards, and you just end up falling off the platform and dying. It's a frustrating fight through and through, the whole thing. This game, X7, 1 in my book, 1 out of 10. It's freaking hate it.
Well, again, like, to cap that off, too, I just gotta really note, like, if you're a fan, go have fun. Like, I'm dead. I know Dan and I are both like, hey, if you enjoy it, for real, Mega Man is a beloved franchise. People love it for a reason. It is repetitive. Yeah. It is confusing. It is strange. And it is really bad sometimes, but there's still something to love. I mean, but again, the difference between a good game and a bad game, especially with like a boss fight, is if it's challenging, like he just described, there should be a method in a rhythm to trying to play it.
The challenge should feel rewarding, not just be difficult.
Yeah, but in this case, it's like, well, you just better be better at the game than the game is, and that's why it's just unnecessary to the difficulty, because the game is just programmed away, and if you don't know how to make those controls work the same, and please don't use that against me. I know the games are play the game right, but this is like, I don't think anyone test played it before they released it.
Yeah, it feels that way.
So
I wouldn't recommend 7.
You can probably bypass it.
Yeah, unless you're a collector, get it. But in other words, just I guess let's bring us to our last one is Mega Man X8.
Mega Man X7 is the economy after 2020.
Yeah.
Mega Man X8 is a direct sequel to Mega Man X through Mega Man X7.
So my own personal opinion, I don't know about you. I know we both haven't played this game too much.
Not as much, yeah.
I feel like Mega Man X8 got a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then 7 and 6. I will say that I think it's somewhere between 5 and 6. X5 and 6.
I think with 8, the less is more concept worked really well here.
Yeah.
They went back to basics for the most part.
Yeah, they scrapped the whole 3D thing. They went to the 2.5D.
But this was a good move.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it clearly shows they were listening to their audience.
Yeah.
It doesn't, my difficulty, and I'm going to take some more time to play 8 because I can't tell if it's a better game or if it's better because of how much of a mess 7 was. That's where I'm having a little bit of confusion, but I think it is better as a whole. I mean, they improved a lot of aspects. For one, I can't make as many voice acting jokes.
They did a good job in the voice acting department on that. They went back to for the English releases, which the game was released in 2004.
So long ago.
The English translation is great. The voice acting is great. Yeah. I can't say anything bad about any of it, really.
No, they really took their time to make a more focused thing, and that shows a promising future, honestly, because rumor mill is X9 will probably happen. So I have high hopes for something like that. X is a series that can go great to bad to great. There's a lot of franchises like that.
They did just recently make a mobile game, Mega Man X Dive, so maybe they're trying to...
But if we go back to like a gimmick title, like a go-kart game, I'm gonna start having questions again.
I think that's just on the anniversary or the collection.
No, I tease. Isn't it? Oh, is it X8? So I don't think I'm mixing these up. I didn't do this myself. I did have to see somebody else do this.
Yeah.
You can unlock a specialty where you can fight Cutman in X8, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is. Cutman from the original Mega Man. I'm talking old school. Ooh. He's red. He has scissors on his head. Really cool little throwback. I don't really remember the context for this, but I know it's a thing. If you know how to do it, put it in the comments, for real. Tell people how to do it.
Please.
I just hit my head against Mega Man.
Yeah, the GOAT. Mega Man right there. Yeah, so they... abandoned the 3D concept.
That's a good idea.
I think they made a better game. I think the controls are a little too fast in this one.
Probably complaints about 7 being so slow.
Yeah, well, you skip on walls and you slide down fast. It's
they want to ramp
not
up
as responsive in my book, but hey, I've got a question for you. Who's the main bad guy in this one? Now, who is it not?
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
All right.
It's not Thanos. That's the wrong thing. It's not Ultron.
Different franchise.
Although Ultron weirdly would be a cool Mega Man enemy because Ultron is basically Sigma.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go out on a limb. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go with hope against hope. That it might not be Sigma the whole time.
You know what?
Sigma might be in it. It's an X title. It's expecting a Marvel movie not to have a superhero.
Matt, after 8 titles, Sigma is not the final boss. It's a new character named Lumine, or Lumine, however you say it in English.
Hi, I'm here to tell you that if you don't understand, I'm going to teach you how to go back and rewind, and that you can go back and you can learn about these characters.
Go away, whatever her name is. What's her name?
I'm Alia, and I'm also a playable character in Mega Man X8, among some others, but I'm the cool one.
I don't think she's playable.
Actually, it's an unlockable.
Oh my god.
I read
so much about 8 I don't know.
I believe she is.
So,
I don't know what she does.
So,
besides tell you
Sigma's not the bad guy anymore. Or the main guy.
He's a bad guy, yeah.
But he's not the main one.
Does he still sound like Jesse Ventura?
No, I don't know if he ever did.
I don't think he ever did. That's what I have in my head.
But, so this game, just like in X5, I forgot to mention this, X5 has 3 different endings. X6 has 3 different endings.
X7 should have been an ending.
X7 should just been an ending. X8, 3 different endings again. But you can choose at the start, after your introduction stage. Actually, I take that back. You can change characters in this one mid-level.
Yeah, that's right. You can live
during the level.
You can live swap who you're playing as, which gives you a variety of tactics against enemies, and
it kind of forces you in the introduction level. I forgot about that, so that you get the concept.
That's a cool idea.
Once you get to the character or the Maverick select screen, and you pick which one you're going to fight, they let you choose 2 of the 3 characters for that level. So you can choose, X and Zero or X and Axel. Axel's a little bit better in this one because he has the ability. Mega Man X can only shoot forward, right? Axel, you can move his cursor around.
There's no way that Mega Man X would ever be able to do that.
Yeah. So, but and Axel can float. You push jump twice and he floats a little bit.
I miss Space and Trouble.
Ace in Trouble.
I miss
Ace in Trouble. Yeah, that's Mega Man.
I know, but I miss them.
Different, a little bit different.
It was different.
But yeah, so you got 3. So you choose from 3 different characters, 2 of the 3 characters for any level, and then they had introduced this new navigator concept. So you have what's her name? Alia.
I'm Alia. Would you like to learn more about the navigator concept?
No, skip.
Alia off.
Oh, skip. So there's 2 other navigators, and they both kind of do a little bit different. They give you different information to the level, and so you can pick from your characters, and then you pick your navigator for the level, and then boom, you're out. It's not that what?
Oh, well, I would say in there too. One thing, which hey, if we're gonna keep these new concepts rolling, games often adopt things from previous games,
right.
Except nothing I don't really realize was adopted much from 7, except for Axel. But one thing I'm hoping they go with was if you can do a live switch on the characters, would be great to say if you have a team of 2 or 3 that are going on a mission, you should keep them both are all characters on the screen at all times. Honestly, I think that would be cool. See X and Zero charging into a battle, but you can playably swap between whom you're controlling. I think that would actually be really cool, having the other one be controlled by an AI at a given time. So you have that sort of co-op ability. That also
a co-op Mega Man X.
That would honestly be pretty cool. But keeping that, for the most part, like, say, 2.5D platform design, kind of what 8 went with, so that you still keep scrolling designs. For some reason, that just works great for Mega Man versus a 3-dimensional world. Yeah. And I'm also looking at you, Nintendo 64.
Mega Man
something
64?
I thought about. I think the dynamics between X and Zero are great. I think that would also offer so much more opportunity for story in-game to develop, and there's a lot of good future stuff if you think about what these games have already played with.
So I think in summice, I'd say Mega Man X8 is worth taking a look at.
It is.
Well, out of the 4 we did today, I'm going to go ahead, you do yours. I'm going to say that Mega Man X5 and Mega Man X8 are worth a play.
Yeah.
X6,
if you're a fan,
and X7 can go to hell. What do you think, Matt?
So, you know how in Star Wars, people have a really big problem with Episode 1? Mostly I've learned that problem is Jar Jar. And if you love Jar Jar, no, honestly, it's cool. Fandoms, characters, we all have our thing. But Jar Jar really is a lot of what doesn't work in Episode 1. I think Episode 7 is not like Episode 1. I think Episode 7 is just Jar Jar, and not in a good way. So basically, you got this situation happening around everything else, where everything else is either, like, good or great, but it's all solid. But then you have this scenario happening where you're like, why is this here? Why is this happening in this story? Because you think Star Wars, and you don't think Jar Jar. No offense to you, Jar Jar, but
Jar Jar sucks.
It's a mess, but then
you're too nice, Matt.
I can't even make a good comparison here. This is difficult. 7 kind of messed me up a little bit. I just need to rest.
Yeah.
It's
all right. Well, I guess we're
really being harsh on 7.
I
really
don't give a crap.
Man.
7 sucks.
Try to think more positives.
No,
Axel has a good future.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and
Sigma probably does too.
No, Sigma should be gone now.
You think that. Ever since X1, I haven't trusted it.
So,
Ultron.
Finally did our second half of Mega Man X.
We've had a few delays. There's been some reasons. We actually did shoot this entire thing.
We had to scrap it.
We had some significant hardware problems that basically wiped out, what was it, 4 or 5 different recordings we did?
4 different ones.
We had 4 of them recorded. It took like 6.5 hours. None of it was viable. That legitimately happened. So thank you guys for being patient and awesome.
Yeah. So, go to our website, nerddump.com. We have a Twitter, nerddump.
Would you like to learn how to go to nerddump.com?
No.
Can I teach you? If you need instructions.
And,
off.
Like and share our video, please. Comment if you got something. If you disagree with us, I'd love to know.
Hit us up
I would
in the
love
comments.
to know anyone that likes 7. That would be my goal.
And again, if you love it, awesome. If you hate it, awesome. Discuss in the comments. Let's keep it constructive. We want to go into it. Let's really do more deep dive. And if you guys really want to and you like it, we could do more of this kind of content.
Yeah. All right.
This is fun for us. We like Mega Man.
Well, I'm Dan.
I'm Matt. I'm also Alia. I can also teach
Alia
you how
needs
to
to go
use
away.
the comment. Alia will never go away.
All right, this is Nerd Dump. We'll see you next time.
Ever. Alia will be in your...
All right. You ready?
We are ready, sir.
All right. You sure it's not too high?
No, I think it's all right. What do you think? You know what? If we move it back literally just a few inches, I think
the size of the walls will show up if I do that.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, we can keep the framing as is if you think.
All right. That's fine. I don't care if my head's cut off.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean. I was just trying to see how much it...
Yeah. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Clap, clap, clap. Hey, I'm Dan, and this is Matt, who forgot what he was going to do when we introduced ourselves.
No, I was ready. I was going to wait for your pause.
No,
sorry.
I said I was going to start the thing, and then you're going to interrupt doing that.
Oh. That, or you
before
just,
I even get to you, remember?
Okay, I thought you were going to say, I'm Matt, and this is, then I was going to kind of... I'm Alia. Sorry, my bad. We didn't really clarify.
You should do that. I'm going to say I'm Dan, and you go, I'm the alien. And then do the rambling thing on the instruction on how to podcast or whatever. And then I'm going to go skip. And then this is Nerd Dump. All right? Okay. Shit. All right.